Hello everyone, it's your favorite Asian robot. Today I'm here to show you why you guys shouldn't take bad advice. Okay. First and foremost, what I want to tell you guys is that a fellow had actually been seeking advice on my channel. They asked, are my builds legit? You know, do they work? And the Dauntless official Reddit told them that I'm a forbidden discussion topic. That's great. We don't really care about that. But what I do care about is the fact that bad advice was given. So this fella had Adrenaline, Berserker +6, Cunning +6, Pulse +6, Overpower +6, Assassin's Frenzy 3, and Molten 3 in his build with Koshai Lantern, no survival. So roughly it's a flawless style Tempest build. Okay, fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little test here to show you guys. Now, I'm well aware, Overpower and Assassin's Frenzy don't fucking trigger in like the training ground. It's not a fair test. Don't worry, we'll be doing the practical test later. But what I do want to show you guys is how an Asian robot build functions versus one of these. All right. So effectively, right, one of the biggest things that was taught, all right, is that flawless play is great. Okay, I'm going to use the same ass build, all right, but with a defensive cell. Here we go. My build is going to have the same factors. Adrenaline +6, Berserker +6, Cunning, Molten +6, Pulse +6, Endurance +3, and Parasitic +3. Okay? We're going to do our best not to pick up the Molten Orbs so that there is no interference at all from that. And like I said, I'll be testing my build versus their build. So let's go back to their build first. Okay? What I'll do is I'll set a timer up right here and now. I'll set up a timer, okay? And I'm going to show you in 1 minute how their build functions and how much damage they do in 1 minute versus my build and how much mine does in 1 minute. Okay? So we're going to take a look at that right now, all right? And how to work is I'm going to push the start button. We're going to start at 55 seconds because it gives me time to put down the phone. All right, and refocus. Here we go. At exactly 55 seconds, I'm going right in to attack. There we go. Right in to attack mode. Okay. Now, in order to maximize the DPS that this person can do with his build, I will gather energy and then drain it only when, you know, I have a full pulse charge. So when they don't have stamina, I'll just use this to charge up their slams. And by the way, this is a completely effective combat style, FYI. Properly charging up your pulse slams can be like very, very helpful because look, he's almost to like 100,000 damage in this time. All right. And that puts him at 100,000. Okay. Great. About 1.8k DPS during that whole segment. Now, we're gonna just remove all charges of everything first. Okay, so don't mind me. This is solely for the purpose of removing any potential charges. There we go. Okay, now, while we wait for all the buffs to fade and everything, we're gonna switch over to my build. All right, so now we've switched over to my build. Exact same thing. Okay, so sorry about the slight cut there. We had a minor recording error with the timing, so I had to refresh it and do it again. Here is 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute on the clock. No tricks, same build. All right, just to show you guys, same build. I am absolutely sorry again about the cut. Normally, I do not cut my work, but okay, so it's the same build. I haven't changed anything about mine. Okay, Adrenaline, Berserker, Cunning, Molten, Pulse, Endurance, Parasitic. Okay. Now it has a defensive cell in there, and we're going to use the Skull Forge technique. Once again, I'm going to show you guys the timer. Here is 1 minute. Okay. I'm going to start the timer now. There we go. And put it down. And exactly 55. Okay, I'm going to dash around first. Because why? My technique relies on the Skull Forge being used, all right, to generate a stamina shield. Now, as soon as I get up to about the maximum amount that I can, I'm going to switch to the heavy attack. Why? Because this is the best way to build up stamina while you know, not letting your stamina increase from the Skull Forge, okay? All right, great. And then I slam. and then back in again. All right. I have not touched any of the molten orbs because it's obviously not ideal to do so. It would have made the test very unfair. Okay, great. Maximize there. And da 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 da. Boom. And time. So we finished out with about 2.1k DPS and 112,000 damage overall with the Asian robot build. That is with a defensive cell inside it, all right? And, you know, Molten +6. So already you can see that if you use the proper technique, you can deal about 12,000 more DPS in the same area, and the DPS per second increases. That is even with the time wasting all that stamina dodging around. You're not going to have to do that under normal circumstances because guess what? You can waste time. You can waste your stamina in other ways. You're also going to have to be dodging behemoth attacks. This is why Asian robot builds are more efficient. But it's not fair to just do this like that, right? We're going to need a practical test. So let's go straight to the Blazeworks. We're going to go straight to the Blazeworks right now. Okay? Okay, ladies and gents, sorry for another cut, all right? I realized that in order to have a fair practical test, we're going to need to find a behemoth that both builds can take on with reasonable difficulty. All right, this is the dude's build, all right? Adrenaline, Berserker, Cunning, Overpowered, Pulse, Assassin's Frenzy, Molten. We're going to face off against Scorched Stone Hellion, okay? So I'll be doing another cut later on to showcase my build. Again, I'll demonstrate that, you know, no extras were used during the fight, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And we'll both try and fight a Scorched Stone Hellion. All right, so here we are, Scorched Stone Hellion. Now, this guy's only source of sustain is the Koshai Lantern, which is great, Okay. Damn it. Now, if you can play flawlessly, this build is great. All right. Shit, a bit of fire there. Shit. My Moltens. The Molten +3 makes life a bit more difficult because of the simple fact that you can't quite do this. Actually, wait, shit, I didn't even time this. All right, let's just add 30 seconds to the timer. I should have started a stopwatch timer. My bad. I'll just add a quick 30 seconds there because that's about fair. Okay, you know what? I'll just add 20 seconds because 30 seconds seems a bit too long. All right, so when I kill this is when I will stop the timer. Oh, shit. On fire. Damn it. Yeah, that's it. You go down, you big bastard. Yeah, give me anti-fire. Damn it. For fuck's sake. Damn you, Scorched Stone Hellion, you bum. There we go. Fuck. Alright. Because Koshai is your only source of sustain, if you get comboed or if you take continuous hits or you don't deal with fire fast enough, you're gonna struggle a lot. Alright, and this is not me playing badly. You'll see that I basically get the opportunity to do pretty much the same playstyle later. But Overpower will help you a lot, like when the behemoth is staggered. Now this part is better than my build. I have to tell you that. I was gonna say it's technically better than my build, but actually I shouldn't use the word technically because it is better than my build in that particular case. When you have the behemoth knocked down, you gain from that. All right, and you know, mincing words would be unfair because it is an improvement over my build. My build does not have that. My build does have other advantages, which you guys will see a bit later, but this is one of the things that, you know, can be considered very helpful. And of course, when you break apart, you get to take advantage of Assassin's Frenzy as well, which is another really good thing. Ah, fuck. Alright. But, again, your sustain comes from lifesteal mostly. And running out of stamina means that there is, in general, an extra resource that you have to manage. Now, if you're used to other weapons, this will not be a problem. But for those of you used to my Chainblade playstyle, this can be a bit problematic because obviously you don't have to worry too much about that under normal circumstances. Here you go, please give me my Molten back. And if you're stuck worrying about it, you're not exactly efficient on damage. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Now, sustaining off the Koshai's Lantern is really not a bad idea, but again, it's just not something that, you know, would get you through. Okay, that was about a 3 minute and 44 second kill. Adding the 20 seconds, we would get a 4 minute kill time. All right. Now I'm going to drop a supply crate. I'll switch over to my build, and we'll start another recording after coming to the island again repeatedly until we get a Scorched Stone Hellion. Okay, so there's going to be another cut. Okay, hey there guys, I am back. Unfortunately, okay, first of all, I'm going to show you my build, all right, just to prove that there's no hanky-panky. This is the exact build I showed in the training grounds. Adrenaline +6, Berserker +6, Cunning +6, Pulse +6, Molten +6, Endurance 3, Parasitic 3. Unfortunately, the only Scorched Stone Hellion I could find was level 24, so we're just gonna have to do it. So, well, let's see if I can kill it in 4 minutes. It might take a bit longer, but I mean, if I can kill something 2 levels higher in about 4 minutes, I would say that that's decent. All right. Okay, I've started the timer. Let's get into it. Oh, shit. Now, like I mentioned before, the biggest problem is that well, this thing is 2 levels higher. But, I mean, I really can't complain, can I? It is what it is. Now this is where the fun really begins. Come on. Oh, now that is lucky. There. And 4 minutes and 8 seconds. So, although I took about 8 seconds longer with my own build, considering that the creature was about 2 levels higher, I would say that that was a pretty successful run. Again, it is up to you, okay, to decide at the end of the day what is better. The one thing which I will state that was better for their build was obviously the use of Overpower, which is great when you knock a behemoth down. And of course, the Koshai's Lantern is fantastic sustain. But when you don't run, when you choose not to run the Skullforge, unfortunately, you don't have as much dodging power. All right. And in a lot of fights, what it's going to come down to is whether or not you can really dodge through situations like that. And that, I think, is something very, very key and very, very important that a lot of people forget. So, you know, I've shown the practical results to you guys. All right. We killed something 2 levels higher in roughly the same time, which would mean if it was 2 levels lower, which is quite a bit of a difference, FYI. I'm sure you can use your imagination to see what the results would be. All right. So again, it's not that they've done a bad build. They haven't. At the end of the day, most offensive builds are going to be roughly the same because why? You're going to stack as much offensive power as you can. But if you choose to utilize the Asian robot style, all right, when you create a build, all right, you will do a lot better. And in fact, I will show you guys my custom Chainblade build in a subsequent video, all right? And I'll show you how that completely shifts the game. Now, this one I did under the same test conditions, meaning I was using the same perks that this person used. When it comes down to it, and I showcase my actual custom build, you guys will see even more of a difference. So, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And please, before you believe anyone on the internet, ask yourself why they're not creators. Ask yourself why they're not doing practical tests. Ask yourself why they're not willing to show their hand and they're just shooting advice to you on Reddit. Because a lot of these people don't know what they're doing. You start following them, you're going to end up not knowing what you're doing. All right. But the Asian robot will always be honest to you. Whatever I can show you, I will. All right. I'll see you on the next video.